Let us expose this scripture or try to understand it. Number one, Paul tells them, do not be conformed to this world. Now, the word world, it's a common word to us, but it literally means systems which exist amongst people. And system, just to break it down, means the way people conduct themselves day in, day out in order to get certain results. Praise Jesus. Again, the bank has to be answerable to the Central Bank of Kenya. So, now, when you look at all those things which happens in the bank so that that bank can run, we will call that the system of the bank or the banking system. Now, if you acquire some money to go and do business, you will refund at this particular interest. That interest is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya. So you'll find that a bank as an institution has got policies, has got laws, has got ways in which it is operated. Praise Jesus. Now, when you come to the church, also the church has got a way in which it's operated. If you are praying, you have to pray through the name of Jesus. If someone else prays through another name, that person will be questionable. Now, you have to attend fellowship every Sunday. If you don't attend consecutive Sundays, the pastor will get concerned and he will try to seek why you are not doing that. Now, if you come here at church, maybe during a service, we will pray, then sing a worship song, then do a praise, then we will do what? Have a scripture. Then after the scripture, a sermon, we will give and go home. So that is the system of the church. When you go to school, there's also a system there. You wake up every morning, you do your preps, or maybe shine, then go do your preps, or you do your preps, then go shine, then assembly, then lesson 1, after maybe 2 or 3 lessons. Every system which exists here on earth and which existed gives birth certain results. Are we together? Now, I use the system of school. Let me go back there. Now, if you faithfully adhere to the system of the school, that is waking up, studying, in the evening studying, sleeping, waking up all through, faithfully and strictly from Form 1 to Form 4, at the end of your Form 4, that is the 4th year, you will do an exam. That exam, you will be given a certain grade. That grade will be the result of your 4-year period in school, or the 4 years in which you went through the system of education in high school. Praise Jesus. So, Paul was very learned. He was a very learned man. In fact, he was very learned even before God called him. He had undertaken every training. And when you read the book of Acts, and also the rest of the books, that is the epistles, you will see how Paul was learned. And even there are some places where he quotes that if it's learning and training, he has heard. Now, because he was learned, he understood how system works. And then he tells them, do not be conformed to this world. That is, to systems which exist amongst you. And those systems are systems which were ungodly. And I've simply said a system is the way people conduct themselves in order to get certain results. Praise Jesus. I'm going somewhere. Therefore, Paul knew that church of Romans lived in a certain environment which conducted itself in a way which was ungodly. And he knew the church was at risk of copying those ungodly means or ways. Now, when you read history, you'll find that, in fact, when Paul was writing this, it was during the reign of the Roman Empire or Roman Kingdom. Now, when you read history, you'll find that Rome did not fall because it was overthrown by another kingdom. Rome fell because of immorality. And immorality increased amongst the leaders that system of governance, which was so powerful across the globe, started to rot from within. So they started to fight each other morally. And that's how they finished themselves and Rome fell. So when you read your books, you will discover out of every 10 Roman soldiers, 5 were homosexuals. So the reason why they had to fall was this. You find this is a soldier, he has a friend who is a soldier, and that friend has a young boy. So this soldier will go and sleep with their friend's young boy. So that is what brought forth fights and the fall. The immorality increased. They didn't have sense of values and virtues. Theft, corruption, all that increased such that, like, within them, they could not have a force of values which could establish that kingdom as before. So that is how rotten that system was, and that is where Paul was preaching, and that is where the church which got born again after Paul preached to them was existing in. Therefore, Paul had to come in quickly and tell them, you guys, you have not to be conformed to the patterns of the world or the environment where you are living in. So he was meaning, when you go to the place of transacting business, don't transact business like those people. If it's your relationship life, if you're a young person and you want to get married, don't get married or don't indulge in the things which the people in your environment are indulging in. If you're a young person and you are in school, don't do the ABCDs which are not godly, which those other people are doing. Are we together? Then he told them, the only way, while existing in such a dark environment, the only way for them not to copy or imitate that dark world was this. Part 2, having their minds renewed, renewing their mind. Let me tell you one thing.